Ihr seid die Besten. Ich liebe euch. Thank you, I love you.
Wait, did you catch this tiny moment that almost everyone missed? At first, it looks like Jungkook is secretly tickling Jin from behind, and Jin's reaction is so subtle that you might not even notice it. But then, just seconds later, Taehyung quietly reaches over and appears to hand something to Jungkook. That's the exact moment fans can't stop replaying. Was it just a playful joke between the members? Or did V actually pass Jungkook something important? The clip lasts only a few seconds, yet it's sparked countless theories across the fandom. Watch closely until the very end, because the smallest detail might completely change what you think happened. Could that tiny hand movement reveal what really happened between Jungkook, Jin, and Taehyung, or has everyone been looking at the wrong moment this whole time? Keep watching, because the answer only becomes clear in the final seconds of this clip. As the members sat together during the concert, everything seemed completely normal. Jungkook casually looked toward Jin while Taehyung remained seated on the other side, smiling quietly. Nothing appeared unusual at first, which is exactly why this moment slipped past most people in the stadium. Then, within a split second, Jungkook reached his hand toward Jin's side. The movement was so quick that many fans didn't even notice it on the first watch. But those who replayed the clip began pointing out what looked like a playful attempt to tickle Jin. Jin's posture changed almost immediately, making the interaction stand out even more once viewers slowed the footage down. Just when fans thought they had figured out the entire story, another unexpected detail appeared. Taehyung suddenly leaned in and extended his hand toward Jungkook. The gesture lasted only a brief moment, yet it instantly became the center of attention. Thousands of fans started asking the same question. Did Taehyung actually hand Jungkook something? Or was it simply a casual tap that happened to look suspicious from that camera angle? The excitement grew because the camera never provided a perfectly clear view. Every replay seemed to reveal a different perspective. Some viewers focused on Jungkook's hand. Others watched Jin's subtle reaction. Many couldn't stop analyzing Taehyung's movement frame by frame, convinced they had discovered a hidden interaction that everyone else had missed. The most exciting part comes when you watch all three members together instead of focusing on only one. Jungkook's playful movement happens first. Jin reacts almost instantly. A heartbeat later, Taehyung reaches toward Jungkook. The timing of those three actions happening back to back is exactly what made this clip spread so quickly across the fandom. So what is the real answer? Based on the available footage, it does appear that Jungkook briefly reached toward Jin in a playful way, which many fans interpreted as a tickling gesture. However, there is no clear visual evidence proving what Taehyung handed to Jungkook, or even whether he handed over an object at all. Because the camera angle is partially blocked and the movement is extremely brief, the clip simply isn't clear enough to confirm those fan theories. That lingering uncertainty is exactly why this tiny concert moment continues to be replayed and discussed long after the performance ended. The replay that captured everyone's attention comes only a few seconds later. As the camera continues rolling, Jungkook keeps his focus on Jin instead of looking out at the crowd. It is a tiny detail, but it immediately stands out because the atmosphere around them remains calm while Jungkook seems completely invested in Jin's reaction. Fans who noticed this subtle shift began replaying the clip over and over, convinced there was another playful moment about to happen. Then the timing becomes almost perfect. Jin slightly adjusts his posture as if reacting to something happening beside him, while Taehyung quietly watches from the other side with a small smile. The interaction lasts only an instant, but it creates one of those classic BTS moments where every member seems to understand the joke without needing to say a single word. Even though thousands of people were watching the concert live, only those paying close attention to this corner of the stage caught the exchange. What makes the clip even more fascinating is how quickly fans divided into different interpretations. Some were convinced Jungkook was teasing Jin just to make him break his composure. Others believed Taehyung noticed the playful moment and casually reached toward Jungkook at exactly the right time. Because the camera angle was partially blocked, every replay seemed to tell a slightly different story, encouraging viewers to slow the footage down frame by frame. As the members remained seated, Jin appeared to regain his composure almost immediately, while Jungkook looked completely relaxed, showing no sign that anything unusual had happened. That contrast made the moment feel even more authentic. Instead of creating a big reaction for the audience, it looked like one of those spontaneous interactions that happen naturally between people who have spent years performing together. The clip reached its most exciting point when viewers realized how perfectly the sequence unfolded. Jungkook's quick movement, Jin's subtle reaction, and Taehyung's nearly simultaneous gesture all happened within only a couple of seconds. Blink once, and the entire interaction was over. Watch it again in slow motion, and suddenly dozens of tiny details began appearing that most people had missed during the live performance. That is exactly why this concert moment spread so rapidly across social media. It was never about a dramatic event. It was about an ordinary, playful interaction that felt genuine enough to spark endless discussion. Fans continue analyzing every frame, not because there is a confirmed hidden meaning, but because these small, unscripted moments often become the most memorable memories shared between BTS members and the audience. As the clip continued, the atmosphere on stage looked completely relaxed, yet the tiny interaction between the three members became impossible to ignore. Jungkook briefly glanced toward Jin again, almost as if he was waiting to see whether his playful move would earn another reaction. Instead of making a dramatic expression, Jin remained remarkably composed, which only made fans pay even closer attention to every subtle movement. Then came the few seconds that completely changed the way people viewed the clip. Taehyung shifted slightly in Jungkook's direction at almost the exact moment Jungkook lowered his hand. The synchronization between their movements happened so naturally that many viewers initially missed it. Once fan accounts began posting slowed-down versions, however, thousands of people realized there was far more happening than they had noticed during the live performance. The most exciting part arrives when the camera captures all three members in the same frame. Jungkook's attention stays fixed on Jin, while Taehyung appears to be observing the situation from the side. The timing feels almost rehearsed, even though it clearly looks spontaneous. Within only a couple of seconds, three separate reactions unfold one after another, creating one of those blink and you miss it moments that BTS fans love to analyze. What made the clip explode online wasn't a dramatic action, but the mystery surrounding it. Some viewers became convinced that Jungkook was trying to make Jin laugh without attracting attention from the audience. Others believed Taehyung noticed the playful interaction and instinctively reached toward Jungkook for an unrelated reason. Since the camera angle never fully revealed what happened between their hands, every replay seemed to create another theory. As the members prepared to continue the concert, everything returned to normal almost immediately. There were no exaggerated reactions, no obvious explanation, and no acknowledgement that anything unusual had just happened. That silence became the biggest reason the moment kept gaining attention. Fans were left to analyze body language, timing, and facial expressions instead of relying on a clear answer. Hours after the performance, edited clips began circulating across social media, each highlighting a different fraction of a second. One version focused on Jungkook's hand, another zoomed in on Jin's subtle body movement. Others froze the exact instant Taehyung reached toward Jungkook, encouraging viewers to decide for themselves what they believed happened. Every new angle fueled even more discussion, turning a moment lasting only a few seconds into one of the most replayed interactions from the concert. Perhaps that is what makes BTS concerts so memorable. Beyond the performances themselves, it is the genuine, unscripted interactions that leave the strongest impression. A playful gesture, a quick glance, or a perfectly timed movement can become the highlight of an entire show, proving once again that sometimes the smallest moments create the biggest conversations among fans around the world.